Howdy, 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 howdy. Well, I'm back with my second video, and today we're going to cover just a very basic budget Amazon, a boson that is. And with items such like the ones that I have here, I believe you can be an effective pit farmer, with very cheap gear. And I'm pretty sure if you do enough pit runs, you can turn this gear into my main gear that I showcased in my previous video. So we're gonna go over a couple of the key selections and why I chose it and yada yada yada. Maybe it's just all I had laying around, who knows? But we're gonna test it out. We're gonna put it to the test, do some pits. We're gonna see, effectively clear pits, and yeah, let's dive in. So one of the main things is we're going for the gold strike. Now, you are going to need to find a pool rune and a lum rune because you're going to want to upgrade it to a hydro robe. And I ended up doing so already. I didn't have enough strength, which was an epic lull. It needed like 130 something strength, and taking all my gear off, I ended up with this much strength. So we put a hell rune for the sake of the video. But technically you would put, maybe a shale. You could put an Eth rune, get a 15 max jewel or 10 max jewel, whatever you find, stick it in there, get some more damage out of it. Don't put a hell rune, make sure you got enough strength. And for our helm, we're going with the great Howl Tusk. 20 increased attack speed, has knockback in case I need it, and well, that's about it, right? So we did find a crescent moon along a playthrough. It's a pretty relative cheap amulet. I'm pretty sure you can find one next to nothing maybe, but the cool thing is it's got some increased attack speed, it's got some mana life leeches, which is going to keep us alive, and does 2 to cold skills. So I mean, you can probably use an amulet like this in a cold arrow Amazon, but for the sake of the video, we're using it just for the attack speed and the leech. Any amulet will do, really. For our boots, we are using Rite of Passage because, you know why? Cannot be frozen. It's one of the best mods on the Amazon, and you need to get it. And I'm pretty sure you can get these for free. Go into the trade chat, say, hey, I'm new. Anybody have Rite of Passage boots? I'm pretty sure someone has them, and they'll give it to you because they're very common. For our belt, we're using in the same set item. We're using the Credendum Mithril Coil. It's hard to say that. It's got attack. I mean, it's not. I'm sorry. It's got strength, dex, and all res. It's gonna keep us safe. Act 1 hell. We're pretty decent with this belt. For the gloves, laying of hands. This is one of the more important gloves you need to get. It's gonna be your best in slot gloves for a really long time. We need these for the increased attack speed as well as the damage to demons, because we are farming pits, so we need to be able to kill demons, farm pits effectively, find runes, find gear, upgrade our character slowly. So pits are really great. There's a lot of fire damage, and it's got res, so it's great. For our rings, I just put on whatever I found: 10 to strength, mana leech, lightning res, and Eye of Mordini, the great old Mantled Heel with the new flavor name. So get you one of these. I'm pretty sure somebody will hook you up, find one. It's got mana leech. We got a crap ton of mana leech because we're gonna be shooting for days. And other than that, I took all my charms off. I put whatever I found that I had laying around. I kept my Annie and my torch just because I'm running out of space. Oh, actually, this here, and I put this here. I can take it off. Might as well, right? Why have a torch and an Annie if it's not budget? Do I have any other charms I can put on here? What's this? All res 3, that's not too bad. Get another gold strike in there. 7 to strength, 21 to life, attack rating. You know what? Let's go ahead and pop this ring on. Just because it's got some AR and some cold and fire res and some life. We're low on life. We got 733. Our damage is quite low. But remember, with the laying of hands, you're doing 141% more damage, demons. So we're doing roughly around 2,500. Should be good enough. I've got my Merc, all her buffs taken off. I took her armor off. I took her bow off. She's got mine, and she's not going to be giving me anything except for vigor. She might kill a couple things on her own, but I mean, that's expected, right? So let's go do some pits. Oh shit, I want to die. But even with 1,000 damage, it's just, you effectively kill anything that's a demon, and we're going to showcase that in this video. Or staff. For the video, let's pick that up. Alright, we got our war staff. So, it does added damage to archers. It does 164 to undead. Alright. Let's get out of here. Now, as the budget's on, survivability is going to be key. So you just got to be a little careful. Don't get hit. Try to kill everything that you run across. You don't want like some random monsters to not drop your bear rune, right? So I always suggest, even if it's just one, kill it. Alright, so it's not that way. It must be this way. I might be wrong though. There it is. And I love killing a bunch of goblins, because I've found so many things off these guys before they have a chance to drop anything that's eye level. I don't even know the eye level of Act 1, but it's probably like 65 or 70. But our main focus here is to clear pits. And with this setup, you can get in with an Amazon early on, especially around this time on the ladder. Get most of these items given to you. Champions, take them down. Not that scary. Shoot and run, shoot and run. That's all I'm gonna do. Ow, got hit by some lightning. Oh, and yeah, and we're using treachery armor, so you're gonna need to find a lem, which you find a world stone shard. You can trade that for a lem anywhere, and you got yourself a 45 increased attack speed armor that has a chance to cast venom, which is gonna take your damage from 1,000 to 1,400, and that just helps tremendous amounts, especially when your damage is quite low. And we're hoping to find something on this run. Right. Might even find a lemur. And this is as budget can get. I'm pretty sure if you play through the game normally, you're gonna find a little bit better items than what I'm carrying. But our goal is just to farm pits. We can do probably Stony Tomb, but we're gonna spend the next majority of our days just farming pits, and we're gonna try to find that very first high room. Now, I would suggest instead of having a rogue, you could have the barbarian, and it gives you might aura. It's going to further boost your damage. It's going to make your runs even faster, but I don't want to I don't want to replace my merc right now. And yeah, I'm just going to keep her with the rogue. Since those aren't demons, they take forever to kill. So just go ahead and skip them. You don't have to. You don't have to. But anything undead demon, just murder it. Goes an Ethrune. There it is. Let's do another run. Charm. trying to click it, but I'm misclicking it. The reason why I like doing Bowa for pits is because it's relatively safe. You're at pretty good range. It's just an easy character to play. It's really fun. You don't have to get up in their face. You don't have to, die over and over with a sorceress. You save your sorceress for other things, and you make a character like this. And eventually, you can put, 3 perfect topaz in a Helm for. Yeah, just a Helm because you need your treachery. But if you don't have a treachery, it's gonna be a little tough because you're not gonna have attack speed. But you can always go 4 P topaz in an armor to get you some magic find. I'm currently running 16 magic find because I have 16 magic find. But I suggest you run with more. You can find rings, gloves, boots, and just swap those items on. And there goes our first World Zone shard. So we got our lamp right there. Paid it for itself, And these runs don't take too long. And they're gonna get faster and faster every time you upgrade an item. And the more and more pit runs you do, you just further increase your chances of finding more runes and more gear. Remember to pick those diamonds up. You need all the gems that you can find, because later when you're mapping, you're going to need to re-roll your maps, and you're going to use plenty of gems. Level axe, nice. And see, I procced my fade. I have my venom proc, and it makes me a little bit more tanky having treachery, so that is always a plus. But I highly recommend putting a shale rune in this bow. You're gonna need that attack speed, and if you do have a shale in your bow, you're gonna be shooting a lot faster than I am. Thus, your kill speed is gonna be tremendous. Some good density down here. Got a belt. Alright, just do another one. That didn't take very long, did it? Also, I'm not using my Valkyrie, so let's just go ahead and use her. Uh-oh. Stay away from that frozen ore, lady. That'll be an instant death if you get close. Oh, whoa, back up. And she's down. I don't want to die. I'm like almost halfway to leveling, so. Now, I wish I would have saved my gear that I had early ladder to kind of showcase some of the new items that are in Project Diablo 2, but I no longer have them. So, we're going to have to just do with what we got. But as you can see, Gold Strike just lays waste to mostly anything that's demon, and it's one of the best bows. Like, besides the higher level bows, I think Gold Strike is just so superior in so many ways. Because if you think about it, 197% damage to demon. So whatever your damage is, times that by that percentage. So technically we're doing roughly, I'd say like 3 to 4k whenever we hit them. And it feels like that because if I had 4k, they would die this fast with straight raw damage. So I believe it's really overpowered. It needs to be looked at, and I think my next video, I'm going to showcase the next update on my current ZON build that I found out. And the next build that I'm going to showcase is so much better. The old one used Fort, and we're no longer running Fort. We no longer care about that high-end DPS. We're using a different strategy that is actually clearing and killing 4 times faster than previous. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys in on a little secret. secret build. I'm pretty sure someone else tried it, but I feel like I tried it, you know, first because I actually tried it. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot other smarter people out there than me, and I'll just let you guys in on it and share it with you guys. So, how about I just share it with you guys right now? Now, if you think about it, Fortitude adds 200% enhanced damage. It's pretty strong. It gives you extra damage, but my damage on my Amazon is already really high. That 200 ed is not the same as having 200% damage to demons on top of your current damage. So, I want to show you right now. With this crappy build, let's just put on the Chains of Honor. It doesn't add anything that's to my damage on the screen. As you can see, it's still 1420. But since it has 200% damage to demons and 100% damage on dead, watch how much faster these runs, how much faster I can kill these demons that are down here. I'm not going to shoot as fast, but look at that. Two shots, insta dead. Just immediately, just that 4 times the damage of my current damage with the crappy bow. They're just getting annihilated. 2 hits. Look at that. So if I pair that with my high-end items, my Wind Force, and the rest of my build, I can do so much more damage at the same attack speed and clear everything like twice or 3 times as fast. So in my opinion, this armor is literally the best armor in the game for any Bozon. You put this on, you're going to be clearing T3, T4 4 times faster than you would wearing Fort. Now, I will make a video on that, showcasing maps and chaos with this armor on versus Fort, but in my opinion, this armor is the best. So if you can get yourself a Burr Rune, an Ist, and a get this armor. It also gives you 65 all res, which is amazing, and 20 to strength. It's overall so much more powerful than Fort. I dare you to try it. Let me know in the comments if you have one. You won't regret it. But yeah, let's just go back to good old treachery. Finish this pit run.